Welcome to Bricks of Norway.
Hi there, my name is Paul. This is my last video from Kloss 23, held in November 2023. It's about time to do this video. It's just been postponed a lot of times. But now it's time to make it. What is this video going to be about? Well, it's going to be about trains. This year I displayed a train at Kloss. It's my first time displaying a train, and well, it won't be the last time. And which train did I display? Well, what locomotive? It's a steam locomotive. It's a big boy, number 4014. It's a mock that I found on Rickbull, made by a user named Morningstreamer, mock number 89126. I've been collecting parts for this locomotive for several years. Well, it's a large locomotive and lots of parts. And, well, it's large when you see it on tracks as well. So, why did I make this one? I've always been impressed by the Union Pacific's big boy. It's the largest steam locomotive, and not the most powerful, but it's the largest. It's been out of service for several years, but it has been restored and put into service again a couple of years ago. It has a wheel arrangement as in the old time would call the 4884. That's 4 wheels in the front, 8 wheels with the drive, and then another 8 wheels with drive, and then 4 wheels at the back. It's got a large fender as well with 7 axles or 14 wheels. So if we were to put in axles on the locomotive, it would be 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2 with 8 axles powering the locomotive. Don't ask me about what the new designation would be with the B's and C's and A's and everything. I can count the axles or the wheels. As I said, it's in a large engine, and I found out that transporting this one would be difficult. One of the bogies would fall off if I tried to lift it. I had to disconnect the tender, but then again, I had to disconnect the cable, and that was placed well inside, so I needed to find a way to transport it. So I made a big box out of wood. It's big, heavy, and ugly, but it can transport a big boy pretty well. I didn't run the locomotive that much at the Kloss because I was also watching my space display. And as you can see in the videos, it wasn't successful running it all the time. Sometimes some of the driving rods fell off. Sometimes it was derailed. But mostly it was running okay. And as you also can see, it's large compared to the other locomotives there. Especially another favorite of mine, the Dovre Giant, Dovre Giant, as it's called in Norwegian, the largest Norwegian steam engine. It's a small locomotive in compared to the big boy. It was fun displaying and using and driving the big boy at the event. It was my first time being able to test the locomotive because I don't have any place to test it at home. And thanks very much to Anders for letting me having a place to park the locomotive at his yard. Thanks very much to Henrik that filmed the locomotive while I was driving it. He is also the one that has made the Dovre Giant that I was talking about, and that you can see a comparison of the two in the picture. Are there any more plans with locomotives? Well, yeah, it is. I'm building the Dovre Giant myself after the instructions from Henrik. I want to motorize the crocodile from Lego. Perhaps I want to motorize the Orient Express, even though Lego says that it can't be motorized. I would like to build some wagons. I need some wagons behind my locomotives. The Orient Express already has its own wagons, so that's no problem. I would very much like to build a station afterwards. I have some plans. I need to find some drawings to start designing and building. And perhaps I'll make some tracks so I can add to the display to make it longer or bigger. We'll see. Did I make some changes to the big boy? Well, yeah, since I was switched out the power functions with the buoys, I could remove the IR receiver, and that made that I can fill up a gap in the top of the boiler on the big boy. It also meant that I could actually move the power battery bank and the hub from the tender to the locomotive. Shorter wires there. I also added a light at the back of the tender, in addition to the one in the front of the locomotive that the morning strummer already had added. I think might have to pick the locomotive apart, since I'm having trouble with one of the bogies falling off. It should be fastened better. I'm also going to change the driving rods with some new ones that's made specifically to the big boy. Yes, they are 3D printed. They're not Lego, but they would look better, and it will probably look even better in motion, because there will be more of the driving rods moving. I don't think I did that many changes otherwise. Well, I had to do some changes on the side walls of the boiler to fit the buoy's hub. Changes that I think that made the boiler stronger. Well, it was fun testing it and using it, and hopefully I will test it more. I'm thinking about going to, well, I entered my local logs yearly show in Trondheim, på Kloss. In English that would be at close range or up close. It doesn't make that much sense in English, but if you use the same word, if the word range was used for distance and a brick, it would make sense, because the word kloss in Norwegian has two different meanings. That will be held in Trondheim the last weekend in April, so this will be my first time there, and I think I'll be bringing the big boy. What else I'll bring, I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to drive myself or joining some others. If I'm driving myself, I can bring more stuff, but, well, that costs more as well. So I think this was all for today. And as always, if you're able to help someone in need, please do. Enjoy!